You can
No,
hit record, man. Just
what
hit
I was gonna say is with these shows though, the reason why ESPN is going backwards because the old head of ESPN that put all these people on these TV shows, he ended up having to step down because drug and alcohol issues. But then all of a sudden ESPN was like, once Donald Trump became president, they were like, we don't want no problems with Donald Trump because they were afraid that, like, how he attacked the NFL. But then it's kind of like they just wanted to go back to just like, we're gonna be a sports um station. We're not gonna have fun with it. We're not gonna do any of that stuff. And it sucks because Sports Nation was a thing where it was like, this is supposed to be us having fun.
Nigga, they had rappers on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sports
that
Nation was.
highly questionable.
They got
I don't
no
know
more
why
rappers.
I don't
Highly
know why they got rid
questionable.
of
It's supposed to be. Dan
Sports Nation.
literally was like, I don't want another sports show where we just talk, and
Yeah.
give opinions. It's the same exact stuff. Why would I do that when the last show did that? Let's
The
just have
cool
fun.
part is the crossover.
Yeah,
The-
let's have fun. Let's
the
show our
hip-hop sports
personalities.
crossover.
All these, like, you have, you have athletes, you have actors, you have singers, songwriters, rappers, all that stuff.
Well,
That
they're ass
want-
backwards up there for a long time though. Like, you know how long it took. Like Bill Simmons talked about this too, and I'm, not to keep bringing him up, but he was saying like he was fighting to have an everyday NBA show for a very, very long time, and he wasn't saying this like to slight Rachel, but he was like I was in the offices saying, hey, you guys have NFL Live. Why don't you have an NBA show? There's tons of stuff going on Twitter every day. It's a year-round sport anyway. We can find stuff to talk about
More
every day. You
year-round than
guys
football.
find stuff. Yeah, you can
Hell
find
yeah.
stuff to talk about football every day, and you have it for an hour. Why can't you have an NBA show dedicated talking strictly NBA every day of the week? And it took a while after, I don't know how many years since he's left. And then Rachel came in there and was like, yo, I want my own NBA show. Like, this is what I want to do. And they gave it to her.
And I actually
And,
like the
you
jump.
know,
I like the jump.
The jump is great.
I
The
think
jump is good.
Is also another thing where
When
they
Paul
have
Pierce
fun.
is not on it.
Huh?
When
And
Paul
Kendrick
Pierce is not on it.
Perkins.
Oh yeah, I love it when they're the jump is also another thing where it's like it seems a little more loose. Obviously, Rachel
Yeah.
Nichols is gonna be dope and she's gonna be professional, but
She's
it's
really
a little
good.
more loose. You got Amin, he likes to make jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
you
they
can tell
like-
that
Amin likes
they're
to make
loose
jokes,
on
yeah.
there, and they give
mean,
it to those.
and-
They
and
give
I
it
like-
the voices that they have talking, the analysis, all of that. They let them just be free, and I like that.
They got Zach on it. They usually have Ramon on it. They have they're insiders that they have the insiders that I 9 times out of 10 I want to hear from. They have
That's
Royce
what I'm saying.
Young,
They got people
got Zach, they
who
get
gonna tell you some
Brian,
shit
they
that
get
you want to listen to.
Yeah,
why can't I think of his name?
but even that's
Kevin
in a bad
Arnovitz.
time slot too. The jumps in a bad
Yeah, it's in a bad. Like I have to record those, and then a lot of times I end up just following her. Following the jumps Instagram, and then be like, oh, they talked about this. It's on Instagram's story. Watch. Let me watch 13 minutes of this and just catch up. What they talked about.
Mhm. But
Right.
yeah,
All right,
ready?
well, let's get into it, guys. Welcome to a brand new episode of Those Millennials Podcast. Today, I'm your host, Kay the Classic. I'm joined always by my boys in real life. Jesse's here. What up, Jess?
what's good?
Rail's here. What's up, Rail?
What it do?
Oh my God. Here on Those Millennials Podcast, we give our black ass millennial
All right,
opinions.
Kev, I'm just gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there, man. I'm gonna just
Okay.
stop you right there. All right.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Here
So
we go.
something happened today.
Something did happen today.
So some people.
Oh, wait,
decide-
let me say what day it is, too.
Okay.
January 6th. We're recording this on January 6th at 5:10. So if anything happens,
Yeah,
this is the
yes,
time we start
January
recording.
6th, 5:10,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Witness Day, witness the bullshit that happened today. But Kev, the reason why I'm taking over
Okay.
just for this topic, I'll let you host
Let's-
the rest of this shit.
Let's do it.
It's because I don't really care to say much on this. You know what I'm saying?
Can we tell people what we're talking about first, though? Can I give a synopsis about what we're talking about first?
All right, go ahead.
So what Jesse is alluding to is if you've been under a rock, today on Wednesday, a very, very pro-Trump mob of Caucasian, let's say 98% 8% Caucasian. I
No,
saw one. I saw one brother.
hold up,
I saw
Kev.
one brother. I saw
Yeah,
one brother.
I
I saw one brother.
saw a couple specks in there. I said, nigga, what is you
So
doing?
97% mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building after a Trump rally where he basically riled them up and told them, hey, we got to take this on our hands before we lose this election that he already lost a month ago, guys. Like the nigga already lost this month ago. And they attacked the Capitol building. Not protested. They had signs, but literally broke down doors, stormed the Capitol building, and what's the word I want to use? They were let into the Capitol building, very, by people who weren't working will probably be with them. Let's say this, who weren't on the clock. They will probably be marching or terrorizing the Capitol building with them. So Jesse, now you can go ahead and talk about what you want to talk
All right, so I don't really got much to say on this. I'm not gonna really. I want to throw it to y'all. I'm just gonna throw out the key points that everybody keeps making. If they were black, yes, we know they'd get shot. If this was black, where the Black Lives Matter
The highlights.
movement and protest, it didn't go the same way. We know all this. So can we just be honest? This was a planned thing. This was a thing that was put on television to show that Trump is somehow, some way scheming for some other shit. So clearly he's trying to get himself out of some trouble. We know his legal issues that he's going to be facing the moment he is no longer president. And so it is what it is. But I can care less because I'm a step out of this one. This ain't my problem. We did what we were supposed to do. You asked us to vote.
It's crazy. Like, not to cut you off, Jesse.
Go ahead.
Like, this should be a day where, again, the Dems and all of us who tried to get, we got Trump out. Like, Georgia came out. Shout out to Georgia. Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to everybody that voted. Shout out to Stacey Abrams. Shout out to Magic City. Shout out to all those people that came out and showed out and did what we expected them to do and did the right thing and voted to get those 2 seats on the Dem side. We appreciate you. We love you. And I will not say any negative things about Atlanta for a whole year. And it's the beginning of the year, so I'm cool. Atlanta, you got a free pass.
Put on a mask. Y'all need to stop acting like there ain't no damn COVID.
Atlanta, I'm gonna let y'all rock. That was Jesse. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about Atlanta for a minute.
ATL, my nigga ATL. Shout out to my nigga ATL.
Shout out to ATL. We gonna let y'all rock. Same thing with Philadelphia, who saved the world. I'm gonna let y'all rock too. I'm not gonna say nothing big. Y'all Sixers is doing well right now. I'm gonna let y'all rock. Y'all can have that right now.
I'm Gucci in Atlanta when I go to the city.
Shout out to Trey. He balling out too.
Shout out to I'm gonna get on Ice Trey.
But hold on, let me just I just want to add this to what happened today. What got me mostly is just how everybody was just so quick and outraged, and not to be like they're more so shocked, but I say, you know what, this was the Hail Mary, like Trump squad down 40. And then they at the 10, and there's 2 seconds left, and this was the Hail Mary. And guess what?
The game been over.
Yeah, I'm talking about like no. This is their last.
That's what he said. Y'all still trying to throw Hail Marys over here.
And honestly,
y'all lost. That's
and I'll be honest with you, like it just be, and I don't know if I should feel like this, but when I saw it, I'll be honest with you, like I personally felt a sense of American, like I felt like an American to see somebody act like a goddamn fool and everybody be so outraged because the last thing we want to hear about is white oppression, right? Like, that should be at the top of everybody's list is white oppression, because that should be the main fucking thing that we concern about ourselves about America is white people's oppression. Because that's what we fought so hard for this country. Our ancestors who were slaves and they murdered and genocided our people, for all us forgot of them. All dumb shit. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so now that she's got a glimpse of a little white oppression, just a little bit, I mean, like, when shit did go your way just a little bit, it kind of looked like how niggas looked like in the 90s. And I just, and you motherfuckers want to sit here and try to compare your race to everything and all this stupid ass shit. And it just, like I said, today I just felt like an American today. Today I just sat back and I took a shot of Hennessy, and then I smoked a blunt. And I looked at it on my 65-inch TV, and I said, you know what, I'm an American. You know, because there's nothing more
Looking at your
American.
65-inch TV made you feel like an American.
Like I'm
What?
like I'm here now. It's like, fuck it, like we all in this shit together, y'all. Like,
Oh
So
no,
let me say, let me
on.
just get this off. Just
Go ahead.
so real quick. So I agree with both of you guys, and let me set the stage for people too. Like, this was, this news we had planned the pod today. Let me show you guys how we cooked a little bit. This pod was already planned before this happened today, and I had notes about stuff that was gonna happen today, but none of it matters. This is what I wrote down. After today happened,
Happy New Year, by the
way. Happy New Year from those millennials. But as soon as this happened, all my notes went to shit, and I just wrote none of it matters anymore. But but I agree. Like, part
Can
of
that be
me,
the motto of 2021? None of this matters. Like, just fuck it. Just fuck it. Like, we took a lot of shit serious in 2020. 2021, it's like, can we
somebody? I'm gonna read tweets today. By the way, like, since we're doing this and this is the topic today, by then I'm gonna read some of my favorite tweets, and some of Twitter. You guys acted a fool today, and I loved it. But yes, as a Black person, like Jesse said when he came out on this pod and said, this is not my fight. This is none of my business. This is white people business. I'm staying out of it. This is the first time I truly don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just gonna sit and spectate. And what's the meme everybody see with the black dude where he looks around and he eats popcorn at the end and he goes like this? That's me. Like, that's what I was doing. But the other part of me, I am an American. And part of me does feel disgusted, sad, and partly scared that this happened. I shouldn't be scared. I'm more hurt that this still hurts. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. So go ahead, Real. Jesse, I'm sorry.
I know, I agree with you. I mean, being a part of this country, it's like being an American. It's
like, we're still Americans at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's not even just embarrassing. It's just stupid. Like, it's just stupid. And I literally watched this, and the one thing I feared a lot is, like, I saw one video of a Black officer. Apparently, he didn't get the memo, and he probably didn't get it on purpose, that for some reason he was the only Black cop that was really trying to stop people from going up the stairs and stuff. And they were chasing him, and he was asking for backup, but nobody was coming. And he probably didn't get the memo on purpose.
Why is that funny?
Honestly, it's not funny. But what I would just say is that it's like, I'm with Rel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be serious about this, but it's like, fuck it. I'm just going to throw these jokes out here.
Yeah, let's just Rel, you got something before I get these jokes off?
Oh, hold on. No, I'm with you, Rel. What you said makes sense. I do feel like an American today. That was crazy. Can I go get an American flag now? I can hang it outside of my apartment.
This is Independence Day.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got the 6'5". Kev, I know you got the 7'5". I got the 7'5".
Nigga, I'm sitting. I'll be honest with you right now. Literally, I wish I had my camera. I'm literally drinking Hennessy. I got a piece of chicken, and I'm watching these motherfuckers run into this shit, and I'm saying, guess what I'm saying to myself? Ooh, you motherfuckers!
Exactly. I'm so American. I got strawberries in my drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I put strawberries in this drink. It's like, I feel like an American today. And Rel pointed that out. I was like, that's why. So, it's what all I can say is, like, it's one of those things where I look at this. I got off of work and I literally went onto my Facebook and I saw this, and I shared one thing that said, Black people, this ain't our fight. We did what we were supposed to do.
We did. Like I said,
voted.
that's like not even the talk of the day when it should be.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, obviously this is planned. Obviously they were going to allow them to go in there because of all days they decided to do the Senate building the day after Democrats take over. That says obviously this whole thing is planned. That's why by the end of today, they're already probably going back into the Senate building. They already said they're going to reconvene tonight. So it's one of those things where it's like this was obviously a planned thing. It's just crazy that it's a planned thing on a uh fuck a country owned building where it's like this is like that's a government owned building.
Government building.
But here's my thing though. Since we you know since we able to do shit like that, long as we ain't got no weapons, because nobody had no weapons there, right? Did any of them dudes bring guns?
Apparently they didn't.
Apparently they did. Well, I mean, one person was shot. One lady.
Well, here's the thing now.
Shout out to Elizabeth. I don't know if everybody's on Twitter seen the video with Elizabeth who said she was this was the revolution. She clearly wasn't ready for the evolution. And go to your Twitter if you know what I'm talking about.
Well, she wasn't given the memo either.
She was not ready for the revolution. She thought she was ready for the revolution.
She wasn't given the memo either. Before you go around, like what I was just gonna say is like watching all of this and everything, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, y'all scared. Like, damn, y'all scared. And guess what? Y'all should be. That's all I can say.
That's it.
Y'all should be, because now we're recognizing our power. Y'all did all that, and y'all said we did all that. We marched everything, and we said that's not enough. We got to go to the polls. We did that. We did that yesterday. Shout out to Atlanta.
Nigga, we breaking history.
Exactly.
How many times in the history of the world did the white people come out and say we are oppressed?
Exactly. And also, look, not just only shout out to Atlanta, a shout out to Black women who stepped up.
Yes, always.
Again.
Always.
And
always saving us.
Shout out to the HBCUs, because
shout out to the HBCUs. Always.
They try to talk a lot of shit about HBCUs, and it's like, now guess what? Look where we at today. So it took a while, took a long time, but we're gonna get our respect. And guess what? You're gonna get a bunch of white people trying to get in there now.
So, y'all gonna keep us up? All right. So some of my favorite tweets from today. This was one from I'm not gonna say no names, but this person says, y'all cry more about the Target building than the Capitol building being stormed. Because remember, they brought the National Guard out for when the Target building went up in flames, which blows me away. Then somebody said, this is 2020, the deluxe edition.
That's nice.
Let me see what else I got. This was true though. This one had me bent. Like, how did these Trump supporters, like, where did these guys work at? It was 2:00 on a Wednesday. Like, y'all ain't got no jobs?
Probably not.
Y'all ain't got y'all took the time to fly to Washington D.C. on a Wednesday.
Nigga, they white.
It's 2:00, and you know what's on at 2:00 in the middle of the day? Like, Maury's on right now, man. They're all Black people watching Maury right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there watching this shit. I said, what?
Okay, I do have a question about that one, because I've always...
It's 2:00 in the day on a Wednesday, Jesse.
I've always wondered this, like when people like protest Planned Parenthood, when they go out and do us, what time do y'all have for this that y'all could do this like at 10 in the morning on a Wednesday or on a Thursday or on a Monday or Tuesday? How do y'all all, obviously they all ask for the day off today, but it's like one of those things where I'm like, I always wonder this, like we understand why the protests got so big last year. It's crazy to say last year.
Right.
We know why it got so big. It's because people were at home. But right now, it's like, y'all should be back at work by now. I don't understand how people be doing this all the time. I've always wondered that one. I've always wondered, how do y'all got this time? And then why do you decide to waste it on this?
Look, because Elizabeth said this is the revolution for them. This is their revolution, Jesse. They're
Also,
fighting for a cause that they could have, if all y'all would have voted and did what y'all was supposed to do, whatever.
but they did.
And
That's the thing about it.
to the orange fella, you was talking big about that $2,000 stimulus check at the end when you already lost the election. Let me give you some advice for next time. Whenever ain't gonna be no next time. Let me give you some advice anyway on the way out. I know my people. We greedy. If you would have told people before the election that we were getting $2,000 stimulus checks, you would have won the election. Let's keep it $1.50.
I don't know about that much.
Let's keep it $1.50.
But you would have got close.
You would have got close.
I would have slept on it, but then I'm like, fuck it.
But my thing would
back
have
back to the streets I go.
My thing is, if he's promising 2,000, how much is Biden gonna give us?
Biden said Biden said we getting two. Yeah, Biden said we getting two after. Biden said we getting two.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Just to keep everybody updated.
And not even not just two. Biden said there's not gonna be one check. Biden said you got to do multiple checks. He's always said that.
Man, it's gonna be everybody in the hood's gonna be all the girls gonna have new weaves, all the niggas gonna have new J's on. Everybody gonna have fucking 20 folds on they card that they still got a million payments to pay. This
I hope not.
Rent-a-center going crazy.
I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, you should use that money to start a business, because it's very much easier said than done to start a damn business.
I am thinking about the Johnson extension. I'm not gonna lie. I am thinking about for $5.99. Dr. Miami said he can extend your Johnson out.
Wasn't Dr. Miami in jail? Like why is this kid still doing shit?
Nah, this was the real Dr. Miami though.
Oh, not the fake one.
No. This is the actual doctor.
Oh, okay. Not the fake dude. Not the
Why
fake
you would want
dude.
That, Rel, is beyond me. But
honestly, I just feel like it just adding. It just like you add a little bit to your game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm up here in the valley. If you want to start a porn career, go ahead.
Add a little bit to your career.
I just don't know. Here's my question to y'all. Do y'all think I should tell shorties if I'm hitting her with a natural Johnson?
No, do shorties tell you when they got boob jobs or if they got butt implants?
That's true. But yeah, I just don't want to be hitting these shit with these fake dicks out here.
I hope it works. I hope it works.
Right.
One little cut, that thing stopped working, man.
So real, not that I care anything. We going for like Safari or Serge Ibaka? We going Serge Ibaka?
Lexington Steel.
Safari? Lex Steel like that. Lex Steel like that. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that know who Lex Steel is.
Everybody know who Lex Steel is. Don't say
hey, look, man.
Unless we got younger people on here, everybody know who Lex Steel
is. Shout out to B Pump. All right, switching topics to this really interesting case that happened in Nevada. Let me find this tweet real quick.
Damn, we here already?
Yeah, we are here already, man. Unless you still got some jokes about Capitol building and the Trump supporters in America.
Nah, we gave them enough time.
Oh, okay.
Right. I was mad we went that long.
Exactly.
All right. Like, so this was a court case that was won by the defendant today. That happened in Nevada. So a 40-year-old Las Vegas hotel cleaning woman won a child support battle against a 28-year-old millionaire who she never slept with.
Oh, I think
Jane was 36 when she stole a used condom from a 24-year-old tech millionaire hotel garbage can. She inserted the semen inside her vagina and became pregnant with a baby boy who is now 4 years old. During the child support hearing, Jane confessed that she never slept with the young millionaire and that she impregnated herself with his sperm while she was cleaning his room. He left his bank statement on the nightstand in the hotel room. She said, "I saw it when I was cleaning. At the time, I wanted a baby so bad that I thought it would be better if I had a baby with a rich man." Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what do you guys think of this? Is he an idiot for leaving his bank statement in the hotel room, or is she just the smartest person on the planet Earth?
If that
I did not expect
makes her
that
smart, I'm Albert Einstein. If that makes her smart, I'm Albert Einstein. Let's get that out the fucking way. If that makes her a genius, I'm gonna make a flying car tomorrow. Because no, he was in the confidential of his room. Your room's supposed to be sacred. That's why you have a key to it. It's only certain people to have it in there. You're supposed to be able to leave whatever you want around, do whatever you want, as long as you're not disrespectful. Even if it's a condom, help. You know, it's trash. If it's in the trash, in the trash. Doesn't make him stupid. If he's in the content of his home, nobody goes that desperate. He took his procedures. The fact that somebody's gonna get in charge.
Did he? Let's be okay. So let me ask y'all. After you done, had a lady and used the condom, used protection, you felt like you did the right thing. What do you guys do with condoms afterwards? Y'all got real quiet.
I was like,
first of all, I don't know what kind.
Hey,
I don't know what
Rel,
condoms
you still
are.
using
I don't know. I don't know what
condoms?
condoms are. But in the spirit of this hearing, I'm just good. I think condoms
go
are,
like 10 years ago.
I
Bro.
believe condoms are used for safe sex. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think you use them to not have children. That's what I think. I don't remember. It's been so long.
When I went raw, I didn't know what that was. No more.
I would say this. No, even if I'm not gonna short it down, if it's in the hotel room, I may throw it in the trash. I ain't gotta flush everyone.
Look, no, we're asking the wrong question. Like Rel said, you're not expecting somebody to do all that stuff, especially
This is a new one. This is a new one.
You're not expecting any of that. It's a learning situation. Now you know not to do this. But how many?
Not to be scientific too. Like this had to be very recently after he hit the shorty off, because don't semen die?
That's the question I was gonna ask. I was like,
don't semen die? Like this is what I was told. Maybe it dies the moment. I was told, again, maybe one of our listeners can help us out, because we're just three ignorant black men that don't use this tool anymore. But I was told,
all right, Dad,
by women, by female partners back in the day, that once semen hits any surface, that it's dead, it's gone, it's died.
Once it hits the air, it's gone. Yeah,
it's gone. You can't use it anymore.
But I mean, if it's in that, it's in the condom,
right?
What, that's
live longer.
My question is, she got really lucky. Not my
she
question.
Got lucky.
She got really lucky with that.
Did it I would say, how soon did it happen after? Did he hit shorty off and they immediately left the room and she immediately came and cleaned the room?
My question is, what did he do with the condom? What, did you do something where, some people?
They didn't say in the thing.
Yeah, no, I know they didn't, but I'm just saying, in speculation, because some people tie it to throw away so it doesn't spill out all over the place.
Right.
So it's I don't think he did that, but it's one of those things where it's how was it that she was able to preserve the
that is something we would have to ask our fifth grade health teachers.
And that one is
anybody got a number to our fifth grade health teachers?
To me, that one's pretty lucky.
I don't talk to him anymore.
But well, I don't blame him, because it's I'm living my life, I'm enjoying myself. And
so the question is, she really wanted a baby, which I think is a lie. She saw the bank statement.
She saw the bank statement.
Yeah, which that's the only issue with me. I'm broke. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm broke. And when I get my bank statements, I do this. And I throw them in the trash already.
That's cap, nigga.
The fact that you still get the bank statements, my shit gets emailed to me.
I get them.
I don't even print that.
I get them emailed to me as well. But just in case I take out, let's say I happen to have money and I go to the bank and take out some money out of the checking or whatever, and I'm like, okay, let me see how much I have in my account. I'll get one and I'll look at it and I'll go, oh, okay, rip it up, throw it in the trash. The fact that this man, again, he's a millionaire tech guy, Nobody's boo-hooing for him. I'm pretty sure he'll be
No,
fine.
I don't feel bad for him.
I'm pretty sure he'll be fine.
I don't feel bad for him.
It just
I'm not here to defend him. Like you'll be fine.
It's just crazy to just imagine how that phone call was. Like, hey,
Like
you have a 4-year-old son. You thought you were protecting yourself. It's not even the shorty you hit off in Vegas. It's from the cleaning woman.
And here's my thing too. And even if that was the case, he shouldn't have to take care of that kid.
Okay,
he should.
He is financially. He is.
I mean, financially, yeah, but I shouldn't have to hang out with that nigga.
No, I mean, look, you can make your choice.
You got to make your choice. That's
you can do whatever you want, and I don't blame you for it. But like, my thing is like, we're asking the wrong questions. We're wondering the wrong things.
Okay.
Who the fuck is your lawyer?
Yeah.
Who is your lawyer?
You're a millionaire. Yeah. Where's
you
your
have the worst?
Yeah, you got the worst lawyer.
You I didn't even think about that. Look at your lawyers in the eyes and say, "Give me my retainer back." Yeah. The moment that you walk out, that you don't even walk out. You look him straight in the eyes as the judge is talking, and you talk over the judge. I want my motherfucking retainer back. Whatever. I don't know what job y'all did. I don't know what job I paid y'all for, but I didn't pay y'all to end up doing child support and still have to pay y'all. Give me my motherfucking money back. Number one, she told the truth. And she said she was looking at him because he was rich, and I still lost. How? How did I still lose? Fuck all y'all. Fuck the system.
The justice system.
Fuck you as a lawyer. Fuck you. You over here stealing sperm, bitch. Like, fuck all y'all.
Wow.
Like, except the kid, because you had nothing to do with this. But fuck you too. All y'all.
Oh, God.
Like,
I'm sorry.
It's like one of those things like, what did I pay you for? I'm a millionaire, and you didn't get me out of this. How? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
When you have money, when people say lawyer up, they normally don't lose lawyer. Like if you're a millionaire, when people say lawyer up, he's like, all right, you about to take this L. I mean, how you lose?
How?
I didn't even think about this. That's crazy.
How do I lose when I'm handed this court subpoena that all of a sudden I got to be in court for family court? It's like, damn, I fucked too many bitches in Vegas.
Right.
I look at her and it'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't fuck her.
I about to say, you see some woman named Jane. He was like, I don't think. I mean, I've been drunk before. But
exactly.
And then you see Jane walking to the courtroom. Was like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna be clear. I've never had sex with this woman. I know my type, and she's not it.
Oh, is that the 4-year-old? He do look like me. I don't know how that happened.
I'm just saying, it's tough. It's very, very tough.
So I got a question for y'all.
All right,
let's have a little more fun with this.
Okay.
If y'all were told, you're a millionaire, obviously you have the money for all this. If y'all were told, hey, this person is asking for child support or for a baby, and you're like, I didn't even have sex with her. All this situation, right? How would you feel about the child? Arel, I feel like you kind of answered it, but would you feel yourself? Like you would want your child to be okay?
Yeah and no.
Okay.
Yeah, in the aspect, like, it depends. Like, I don't know. It just goes to depend. I mean, if I got enough money to make sure that somebody who's tied to my last name is okay, yeah, I get it. I mean, but I don't know.
Imagine her, not to cut you off, imagine her delivering the baby and the doctor's asking for her last name and she has to re-look at the bank statement that's in her crumbled up in her pocket. Like, his name is
I don't know how to say his last name.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Crazy thing about it. Here's the crazy thing about that right there. It's shorties out there like that.
That's what I was about to say. That's probably not new to doctors.
The apple's not too far from the tree.
That's probably not new from.
No, we all know the other, the OG scheme, which is just, I'm gonna have sex with somebody rich, even if I don't like them. I'm gonna not tell them that I'm on birth control, lie and say I'm on birth control when I'm not on birth control, he's gonna nut at me, I'm gonna have a baby, and then I'm just gonna take this nigga's money and have child support for whatever. Like that's the normal regular one. But like stealing condom from a hotel
How
room.
is she not in prison for theft? That is theft. That's literally theft.
I mean, honestly, like it's so easy
Like,
to
this
get
is-
a kid,
this
have
is
a
a new
kid by
one.
an NBA player.
This is a new one.
You gotta be really a basic bitch because, like, if you work in Vegas and you a hotel thing, you can bang any NBA player. So you really gotta be a basic bitch.
When you hear the stories, like Mike Tyson does on his podcast, you hear people tell a story about like the person coming in to clean the your hotel, and you end up fucking. Like that shit is real. That's the crazy part about that. That is like a real
Money talk,
thing.
bullshit walks.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, but it's just crazy, this whole situation. My thing is like, what are you going to tell your child? Because it's on record what you did. Like your child can go find that.
That's why I'm like kind of like I don't even know if I want to have a relationship with them. Like I don't even know if that's just good energy. Like I would just feel so taken advantage of. Like I don't even know if I would just have like you would. I would have to cut a check, make sure you straight, but I don't really,
Well, speaking as the brand new father on this podcast, I will say this. I would want to have the child in my life because, again, like Jesse said, not his fault, not her fault, but in this case, not his fault. But the mother, she is dead to me. I don't want to see her. Yeah. I don't want to hear from her. She could be the sweetest woman ever. Like,
nope. You're not for shit. Like, no,
I'm like, I already know where I already know how you operate without even knowing you. You cleaned my room, you did some shady shit, top tier shady shit, and now I have to pay you until this kid is grown. Again, not his fault. So I'm gonna be in his life because I choose to be in his life. His, like Rail said,
that's kind of how I feel.
Has my last name.
I feel like that's how she won. He was like, I want to be in the child's life. It's my child.
I want to be in the child's life, but you're dead to me. I'm not fucking
what I would
you.
do. What I would do is just make sure he had all the bread. He get the debit card.
He still needs guidance and still needs to learn how to be a man.
I just would never deal with her. Like she gets nothing. She gets nothing from me.
You can give him all the money you want, but until he's 18 or a legitimate age, she's the one that's in control. My thing is like, why didn't you? If you see, this is why it's so like difficult, because it's like, if let's say he did want to be in the child's life, right?
Yep.
Do you not want to be in child's life full time? Because to me, it's like, I'll just take full custody.
Right. I mean, we know who's the breadwinner. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I obviously have the money. Number one. Number two, I have the ability to get the top-notch child care.
Yeah, but speaking from somebody that lives with somebody that deals with child care, they always favor the mother.
Yes, they sure do.
They favor the mother.
Yes, they sure do.
Quite often in these situations. And it's kind of sad in a lot of instances, but, it kind of is what it is at this point.
All right. I have one more question about this. Let me see if I remember. I hit the points I wanted to hit. Bad lawyer. What would you do?
Not a great lawyer.
I don't understand how that lawyer is not disbarred. So this is such a weird circumstance. Like, how do you explain this? Like, say this man goes on to have a family. How do you legitimately explain this?
You tell your spouse to Google it.
Honestly, he has nothing to explain because he did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong.
I'm saying a family. Like, I believe whoever you have a wife, your wife or husband is, whoever that is,
Mhm.
I think they will quickly understand. Like, especially like you said, all it needs to do is be Googled. And
Google it. That's what I would say.
and she admitted to it. So my thing is the children, like,
Yeah.
just let alone like just that child who's 4 years old already.
Yeah.
And it's like you already know one situation where it's like if you don't have your father in your life, that creates like just a disdain in the sense that it's like because how they're raised, it's like mom, mom and dad, all these fairy tale stories and all this stuff. So he's sitting there probably looking like, where's my dad? Why is he only sending checks?
Right.
Your mom has
Does
to
he not love me and not know
yeah,
mom did some shady shit?
yeah. And it's like as a mother,
Does
Mom
mom
fucked
does
it up.
mom just lie? But see all that. But see, I would burst that bubble as soon as he's able to comprehend. That would be the probably one or two times me and we're all in the room at one time, and I just say, "Hey, so how did you explain how he was born to them? And hey, Junior, what did she tell you how you were born? Oh, she said that you guys met in Vegas and you was a one night stand. Oh, is that what she told you?
right?
Son, do you know how to use Google? It's on your smartwatch now that flips into every whatever year this is. I'm assuming technology is crazy at this time.
Mhm.
It's gonna beam into your eyes and you can Google it right here in your face. Just Google it and see where the story's kind of old, son, but look it up.
I'd say it's Google me because clearly it'll be the biggest story of me,
Right.
other than how I became a millionaire.
Millionaire, right?
Like, Google me.
100%. Right.
Hey, son, have you ever Googled me before?
Right. So your mom didn't tell you that you were taken, you were made not out of love at all. Me and your mom never conceived and had consensual sex. I've only met your mother 3 times. This is the 3rd time. One was in the courtroom.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know your mom's name.
Like that's the only time I met your mother before.
That is crazy. Also, whoever her lawyers are,
Man, what?
I say, are
Or your
about to
MVP?
get bake because
Right,
everybody
100%.
coming straight to you. However you prove that, whatever your argument was, like I don't know. Obviously, the biggest factor is that he's a millionaire.
Right.
That's the biggest factor. So the judge is sitting there looking like you'll be fine.
100%. All right. I'll go ahead.
But it's unfortunate that that's what it comes down to is the money. That is, it's unfortunate. She should not be rewarded because of that. And I genuinely feel like she should be in prison. But she has a 4-year-old child, so I'll leave it alone. I don't understand how that's not considered death. Like I genuinely don't understand that.
I agree. All right, moving on to our last topic. We're obviously it's a new year. We usually our last pod we were talking about hoops, so I wanted to save it towards the end. A lot of basketball has happened since our last pod, and while we don't have enough time to go through all the ins and outs of all the storylines of the stuff I wanted to talk about, let's talk about the most stuff that interests you guys. Me, I'm gonna start with an apology. And this goes on theme with Atlanta and everything. I want to apologize to Trae Young, man. I want to apologize to Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Trae. I, for one, am, and this coincides with the brand as well. So this is not strictly on him, but the brand as well. Trae Young, I didn't think Trae Young had another level. I don't think people realize. I mean, because Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks was really bad last season. Trae Young averaged 30 last season, and kind of nobody really noticed besides people in Atlanta, and people were crying for him to be an all-star. And I, for one, wasn't. He was crying, saying I should have been an all-star.
I've been on the Ice Trae bandwagon a while.
I did not know that he had another level in him.
Dog.
And apparently he does. And apparently Adidas realized that he does because they are giving him a signature sticker, which I hate it and I still think is stupid because, again, this is just me this is the problem I have with Adidas and ultimately all these brands with players unlocking sneaker deals with just play. Adidas has too many Adidas has too many guard athletes already, and I don't see the appeal of having another point guard with a signature sneaker. They already got Damian Lillard. James Harden is basically a guard. They got Spider Mitchell. They got Derrick Rose, who they wish would retire so they can stop making shoes for him.
I don't think they wish he retires. China
loves zeros. Okay, you're right. Maybe Adidas USA. Adidas probably USA would probably feel that way because his shoes doesn't make any money over here. But my point is, Adidas, their guard lineup is already their guard lineup is already massive. And I don't think, again, it's not my money. I don't care. I'm just a person that loves sneakers. I don't think Trey is the box office player that deserves, in my opinion, a signature sneaker. But whatever. His game is big time though, and the Atlanta Hawks are balling in itself. Cam Reddish, who Jarrell threw dirt on, is balling. Hunter balling. He can actually play. Hooper.
He's a good defender.
He's got 3-and-D. He's actually showing stuff like off the.
But I've been on the ice trade bandwagon as well, and I said that Luka trade is a wash. Now you're crazy. Anyway, but they got Bogdan, Rondo. You know, I think Rondo's hurt or he's in COVID protocol right now. Luka looks bad right now. I'm telling you, man, it's a wash.
I watched them torch the Clippers. Watch the game like from end to end, and I was blown away how nobody on the floor could guard Trae Young. It was kind of incredible.
When did they play the Clippers?
He gets to the line.
Oh, go ahead. I got a question for you afterwards.
I want to say, I think the biggest part of his game that in this I'll end it. I think he's gotten more accurate as a 3-point shooter. He gets to the line more. I think that's his biggest growth in his game because he already had the playmaking. That was already part of his package. But when players on your team become bigger threats, like I said, like a Cam Reddish, like a Hunter, I can't even think of his name now. What's the Houston big man that's on their team now? Capella's actually playing this season. He's actually playing really well. Atlanta looks good, man.
He doesn't have to stand around and watch.
John Collins is straight. He's doing John Collins thing. He won't be there. He's not part of their long term shit, but you know he's there.
I don't know why they don't like
Gallo's there. You know they have a really deep squad, and I remember when we talked about our NBA picks and teams, I had them, you know, somewhere between the 8th seed and playing. They look like they're going to be. It's still early, you know. I don't like to make, you know. I'm not like real wherever, you know, I'm putting stuff in the sand when we're not even 20 games into the season and it's a COVID season on top of that. But the Atlanta Hawks look good, and I'm a roll. And if they keep up this play, I'll have to keep my foot in my mouth about Trae Young. Jesse, your biggest thing of the season so far?
Well, I wanted to ask you a question about Trae Young.
Okay.
Trae Young when he came into the league, he was compared to Steph. Is he a better one-on-one player than Steph?
Steph today?
It's more in the bag.
Steph today?
Steph today or Steph in general?
Prime Steph
today?
Prime Steph
no.
Prime Steph, no.
Steph today, yeah.
Even like Steph now, like, you know, everybody's, you know, went crazy over the 62-point game, whatever.
Your defense is terrible.
They needed everyone. If Curry scores 55 points, they might lose that game. God. But you know, whatever. Anyway,
the Blazers defense is dog shit.
Anyway, prime Steph, no, but I think today's. I don't think anybody can stay in front of Trae Young. Let me get that. I don't think anybody can stay in front of Trae Young. To be fair, not anymore.
So is that Luka trade's not a wash then? That's
No,
what
it's
you're
not.
telling me. It's a
Luka's
wash.
Luka's generational. Luka might be a top 10 player ever. Trey is never gonna be that.
I don't know, man. I think it's a wash.
Luka's the top 10 guy ever.
That's a lot on Luka too.
I mean,
could
Luka has
he had the best season the second best season of a player ever.
I'll say this about
Trae Young in the second season averaged 30.
I'll say this about
but for team, okay, but Jarrell, talking about team success, did that go to team success?
Who played with a
You
better
got to
player?
do both.
He had to
You got to do both. No,
he
no,
had
no, 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 no,
Porzingis.
no, no,
He
no.
had Porzingis.
That's okay.
Oh,
Real. You can't do this, man.
Yeah,
You
Tim
can't
Hardaway
play.
Jr.
You can't play both sides. You can't play both sides of the fence.
now you just throwing names out there.
Man, like he's just doing stuff. This is what pisses me off, Drill. You're becoming more and more like Skip Bayless all the time. Like when you play well and there's team success, that's when you become MVP candidate. Team success and playing well. When you're just playing well and you win 14 games, that's why you don't become all-star. Like no one cares. Maybe people in Atlanta, because your team has never been good since Dominique Wilkins and I guess the 2 years Joe Johnson.
You better never disrespect the good goddamn name of Josh Smith.
And the 2 years you had of Josh Smith being actually decent.
Ooh, don't.
I'm just playing. I'm just.
I was gonna say don't forget them bulldozer years.
And Kirk Heinrich was a top 10 point guard for like a year.
My point is team success and playing well when they
go by Braun.
That's why Devin Booker is gonna be really good this year, because not only again Devin Booker balls out, he's gonna have team success with it. They're gonna go hand in hand.
Shout out to CP3 because that's
we already said that. And playing well at the same time.
We already said that. CP3.
You can't just do when you just do one. Like again, last season was probably the ultimate because again, there's never been a player not make the All-Star team that averaged 30. Trae Young was the first, but there was a reason why. His team at the time only had like 8 wins before All-Star, or like 12 wins.
I will say this: if you're balling out, you should be an All-Star regardless. It ain't like there was like a million All-Star candidate guards at that time.
Bradley Beal averaged 28 and didn't make All-Star last year.
And it was a fucking travesty.
But Kemba made it, right?
Yes, team success.
And Kemba shouldn't have been there.
Probably not.
Not even probably. Kemba
probably
over Trae and Beal? Over Trae and Beal?
Take away the
Celtics were playing that well that they deserved to have 2 players make the All-Star team.
They just wanted to put Kemba in there. That was more of a lifetime achievement award for Kemba than it was actually his,
because they knew Kemba was getting ready to hit the decline button, and now we ain't seen Kemba all fucking year.
I don't even know if it's that. I just think once you get to a team that it's like, all right, I got players that are actually better than me. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do in this type of offense. Like
Jaylen Brown is fucking hitting 13 to 16 from the field.
Look, Jaylen Brown. I don't agree with what Kendrick Perkins said because I think I think all 3 of us have issues with what this man. Sometimes he hits something nail on the head, even though he's kind of becoming like Shaq in this point where he says stuff and it's like, yeah, we already know that. Like he said that he said Jaylen Brown's the best Celtic, on the best player on the Celtics, and while me laughed and was like, yeah. If you want to say best 2-way player, I guess there's an argument. If you want to say this season, sure, but Jason Tatum is clearly the better offensive talent than Jaylen Brown.
He is the most talented player on their team, but he's been the most talented player for the last 3 or 4 years.
He's better. He's better.
No, he's better. No, when I say talented, I'm saying
and Jaylen Brown is a 2-way player too. Jason Tatum is a 2-way player too. Like, don't get it twisted. He's not a bum defensively either.
No, he's not. But I'm saying the most talented, but with ability, skill, his footwork, everything he can do. It's like he should be the best player or best Celtic, but we've been saying
that doesn't get to the line.
We've been saying that for the last 3 years.
That's the only thing with JT that gets me. It's like everything doesn't have to be a step back jumper or a step back 3. But like I know you got that in your bag and you hit him like at a decent clip, but Every shot
Does
don't
he?
got to be.
At a decent, he hit some.
He's straight. He's straight.
Yeah,
He's
I,
okay.
He's straight. He's straight.
yeah, I,
He's straight.
Some of those
He
shots
just-
he be taking, that's like, no, that is not.
But it's like when you're that good and people respect your jump shot that much, you should be able to get by your opponent and you should be able to bullshit 7 to 8 free throws a night. Like Jimmy Butler is able to bullshit 7, 8. He's not even playing well right now. But like Jimmy Butler was able to bullshit 7 or 8 free throws a night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Back to the Trae Young. You said the most surprising thing about the NBA. I don't really have
Most
anything.
surprising thing for you. Well, like what the most, I guess surprising would probably the thing that you're paying attention to the most. Like what
The Kings.
what are you focusing on that this season so far when we're 7 games in?
The Kings. The Kings are playing a lot better than I expected.
Whoa. Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
I gotta give it, you know what I'm saying? What up, Cuzzo? But you know what it is.
Shout out to Black.
Now. You know,
hold on.
Shout out
So
to my man Fury.
Man,
I had in the previous podcast, in our last podcast, that was like what, November? I said that the Kings are gonna just be dead last. Chances are still that they can be.
Yeah. I mean, it's still early. Oklahoma City wants to say, hold my beer, though. You know?
Yeah. Oklahoma City is really, they're kind of coming back.
I'm pretty deep in basketball, no homo. And when I'll just flip to an OKC now, I'm like, okay, that's Al Horford. There's Shea Gill. I don't know who the rest of these niggas on the court are.
a bunch of Lou Dorts.
I don't know who the rest of these niggas are on the court.
A quick update on a Washington Philly game. Bradley Beal has 57 points.
What?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Third quarter, 57 points after 3 quarters. We
I
know
love
who
Brad
did.
Beal.
We know who did something similar to that. Rest in peace.
Man, Brad Bill is going to be a really good trailblazer. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, the Kings are playing a lot better than expected. But I just don't trust Luke, so I feel like they're going to be on the outside looking in. But they are playing a lot better. I like what I'm seeing from Fox. De'Aaron Fox is balling out again. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate that
even when Amin pissed him off the other day, y'all saw that?
Yeah.
It is unfortunate that Ja Morant is got that injury.
He'll be back. The fight in Memphis Grizzlies made it ugly for the Lakers last night. They made it real ugly for the Lakers last night. I mean, I don't want to bring up the Lakers net, but they made it real ugly for the Lakers yesterday.
Yeah, but the Lakers weren't really.
They was bullshitting. They was bullshitting.
We ain't even turned on to the fourth. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't even know if we turned on in the fourth quarter. Probably like
what are you talking about? Like
the last 5 minutes of the fourth.
Bron was on cruise control to the fourth, and he only played like 30-something minutes. Come on, man.
You know what?
Any chance Cam gets a chance to take a shot at the Lakers, you just take.
How was that taking? No. I was praising the Memphis Grizzlies. I was saying the fighting Memphis Grizzlies made it tough on the Lakers. They did. Without Ja Morant, they actually made the fact that the Grizzlies were in that game says a lot about the Grizzlies. That has nothing to take with the Lakers.
What were you saying, Jesse?
Everybody knows what the Lakers are doing, man.
I know I'm jumping all over the place. So just to answer Kez's question, I'm surprised about the Kings. It sucks for Ja Morant's second season, but he's going to come back bigger and better. But I will say this. Another thing that everybody put him on their MVP list. Everybody expected him to have an MVP year. AD is not doing that. AD is kind of cruising right now. And for me, I don't have a problem with it because
what the fuck?
Come on. I don't have a problem with it because we're winning. We have a deep squad. And when I say we, the Lakers, we have a deep squad.
We believe Lakers.
That it's not a problem. I didn't really expect him to have an MVP season. I don't expect him to have an MVP season as long as LeBron's there. But I don't have a problem with what I'm seeing in him, but I honestly expected him to take a major step forward and like just be like, I'm gonna take over, I can be dominant. And he hasn't been that.
We just got off a championship, Jesse. Like damn. Like we literally like we
All right, when you're done, when you're ready to be serious and
Man, I swear to
I'm
God,
never
Jesse.
saying that. I'm not saying anything
Man,
negative.
this dude.
I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just
like
literally saying.
can you cut us some fucking slack? It's been 6 games. Get off the nigga's neck. He had
What
26
did
last
what
night.
did I start it with? I said I don't have an issue with it. I'm
No,
literally
no,
saying
no. I'm not even
everybody
joking. I'm
expected-
not. I'm being serious. He had 26 like we're in cruise control still.
AD had 26 against the Grizzlies. You're saying that as if he had 26 against an actual hard, difficult team, a Grizzly team that's missing their best player. He had 26.
They got a mean front line. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Valanciunas.
and they barely.
Jared Jackson, did Jared Jackson Jr. play yesterday?
That's what I'm saying. They didn't even score 100 as a team. They didn't reach 100 points in the previous game. Before that, they blew the Grizzlies out. We already know. I'm not talking about the last game. I'm just talking about in general. He said it himself. I need to be more aggressive. He's already said I need to get my shots. I need to do all that. I'm just saying at the beginning of the season, 6-7 games in, he has not looked like this MVP people expected him to be. It looks like the same AD as last year, which is not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. But and I will just tell people the day LeBron leaves, and if we still have AD, if you're expecting him to make this extreme jump to being the guy and saying, I'm going to take over, hopefully there's a change of mentality. Hopefully at that time, he's learned so much from LeBron.
Why you got to talk about Anarchy Day? Why you got to talk about that day?
I'm not
when
talking
LeBron
about
leaves?
That nigga spitting right now. Hold on, let him get his shit off. That nigga spitting.
I'm saying simply, if you're expecting Anthony Davis, which this can happen, and I will be shut the fuck up, and I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. He definitely balls out. He's definitely expanded his 3-point game a lot better. He's a better 3-point shooter.
6 threes a game this year.
But my thing is, he is not. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's being more like, hey, we got a team that anybody can score, and they're very, they are very pass friendly, and they've been like that since last season. I'm just saying, what I saw and in the games that I've seen and I've watched, it looks like nothing has really changed for AD, where it's like whatever you did in the playoffs should already be like, this is how I'm going to treat it when I go into a regular season game. It's fine. Like I said, he's still going to ball out. He's still going to average however many other points. Even though there's no All-Star game this year, he's still going to make it to. He's going to be put on an All-Star team. He's going to ball out regardless. I'm just saying this MVP mode that people were talking about. The same thing with Luka, which Luka definitely has plenty of time to turn it around. I don't know how he got so out of shape in like 4 weeks, or 6 or 8 weeks, but they both have plenty of time to turn it around. I'm just saying this idea that everybody keeps thinking that AD is going to go to this astronomical level. I don't think he is. And that's not because he can't. It's not because that he doesn't want to. I just don't think it's his game to go to this next
level.
Give
it some time. I'm gonna say just give it some time.
Well, no, let's get on your real quick. So what is your biggest surprise? I don't know. Again, I'm using the word surprise. The biggest thing you're paying attention to so far in the season, league wide.
Okay. If I got 3. The first one I'm noticing is I think the Lakers are going to go 62-10. Okay, I'm gonna get that out there. Put that on the board. Somebody write that down. Mark it down. 62-10.
It don't matter as long as we get to the finals. That's all that matters.
Second off, 2 things I've noticed. LaMelo
is anything like the Cowboys supposed to go set? No, shut up. Keep
Don't you do that, Cam? Don't you do that?
My bad.
This is the only playoffs that Rel could talk about, and that's it. He can talk about basketball playoffs and baseball playoffs. He can't talk football playoffs. If we're gonna talk about playoffs,
he hasn't been able to talk football playoffs in a long time, Jesse.
don't you put those Cowboy playoffs? Don't you put that Cowboy jinx on my Lakers? We won a championship last year. We made it to the playoffs.
Can I finish? Can I finish? So I can get off.
Rel.
Finish, please. Finish.
Get well, Dad.
I will say I am impressed with LaMelo Ball. I do think he's going to be a playmaker in this league once he decides to bulk up or however his body size. I think he's gonna be a player. But I will say this: most improved player I've been watching is Julius Randle. I don't know.
Oh, Knickerbockers. Oh, I wish I could go in the other room and show y'all my new Kith Nick
I
shit that I bought.
I watched him versus the Hawks on what was that Tuesday night, and he had like 28. And then I watched him. I think I watched 2 or 3 games of him where he's been destroying, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I'll be honest with you, a single tear came out my eye because this is the Mando that I saw because he used to be a Laker.
The Mando. I haven't heard that in forever. Zach Lowe. Everybody know, if you don't know Zach Lowe, you should probably know Zach Lowe's. Said yesterday on his pod, he was like, I alone am gonna die on Julius Randle Hill. Like, for a long time, there's been no food, there's been no rations. We've been subject to drink seawater and nuts from trees that are dying. And he said, right now we're flourishing right now. Everybody wants to try to take vacations on Julius Randle Island, but he said he's the Pumbaa. And he's right. Like, he's been riding the Julius Randle way for a long time. Again, I'm not one of those people that necessarily thought Julius Randle was done or anything. He just, when you go to the Knicks and nobody watches Knicks, nobody watches the Knicks, nobody watches the Knicks, nobody watches. The Knicks are the other team in New York right now. I can't believe none of our topics. I can't believe none of our topics talked about the Brooklyn Nets, by the way. But the Knicks are the other team in New York right now. Jesse, you're muted. You're muted.
I was saying KD and Kyrie missed the game winner. Surprise. But I will say this.
I love that game. That game was lit. I will
say this, though. Kyrie, I know there was only 6 seconds, so Kyrie took a 3 or whatever for a man that is unstoppable going to the rim.
He's been killing. And he balled out yesterday, the first day game without KD.
He balled out.
Torched the Utah Jazz on his own. Only played 30 minutes, scored 28.
I will say this. That is something to watch when it comes down to the end of the game. Because why that ball was not in KD's hands and getting that easy jump shot. And the 3 that Kyrie took was a good look.
It was a good look. Kyrie shot, KD shot was better. And I was legit surprised and my mouth opened when he missed it. I was like, oh, that's good. And I was like, oh, he missed.
And I was looking I didn't watch the game. I saw the highlights. So I don't know what happened the moment before.
I watched that one
was Kyrie running up with the ball in his hands.
What?
It was just interesting.
I'm trying to remember who they play. What game was that? Who's their opponent?
Who did they play yesterday? Jazz. It was the same team.
They played the Jazz yesterday. It wasn't the Jazz.
It wasn't Jazz?
It wasn't the Jazz.
They played the Jazz in Utah. I mean, no, Jazz in Brooklyn.
I thought it was bad.
Yeah, so yesterday was Utah. Yesterday was.
Oh, the team they played before was the back-to-back game.
Yeah, the team they played before was. I don't remember off the top of my head.
That was the
Hawks.
It was the Hawks. That's who it was.
Yeah.
That's the game Trae Young was cooking all them. Trae Young was cooking.
Yeah, I watched both of those games.
KD was cooking Kyrie. Kyrie didn't want no Trae smoke.
Yeah,
no, they kept switching them up. They kept putting the
no.
fake Safalosh on them.
We're all wrong. It was the Wizards.
Because
Westbrook was Westbrook was giving that game to the Brooklyn Nets, and they didn't take it. That's who it was.
The Wizards won their first game against them.
It was the Wizards. That's who it was.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You know, it was a good shot that Kyrie took. I feel like he had a little more time to go to the rim or whatever. But I do think
Thomas Bryant didn't even attempt a finger at the KD putback shot, and I was like, "Oh, that's a bucket." I mean, Thomas Bryant ain't no shot blocker like that anyway.
No.
By the way, the Lakers cut him. And it didn't even try. Anyway, and didn't even try to block it, and he missed it. It was it blew me away.
It was just too hard. It was like
what?
Yeah, and I kind of feel like
he's one of those guys where it's like Clay, where it's like if Clay has an open shot, not even as open, it's like I expect that to go in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your mind it flicks. It's like Kyle Korver shoots 3. It's like I expect that to go in.
Yeah, I think, it was one of those things. You look at it and you kind of can see that he was kind of it was an adrenaline thing that he just shot it as hard and quick as possible because the way it even hit the rim, it was like he shot it just too hard. But
yeah, I was just like that was crazy.
I know, just saying that they're doing well. Kyrie did ball out last, but I do think that is something interesting to watch because it's kind of like I kind of feel like they give them a lot of freedom on the court, and I don't know if you really can tell them anything, but especially Kyrie, and they're going to win. They're going to make it far in the playoffs or whatever, so it's fine. But I do think it's interesting when it comes down to those moments where it's like I don't know how that ball doesn't go into, KD's hands. And I know everybody can say, oh, you had a guy at the end of the game that you said you can trust to hit a shot and he missed a shot. If you guys are doing that for a regular season game, you guys look stupid. And
I agree.
Stupid.
Like all the people that was, I don't want to bring this up because we're already gone long and I don't, this is a topic we can talk about for another 30 minutes, but the whole Steph shit is on the internet is stupid. And the fact that Steph acknowledge it is on one hand cool that he shows that he pays attention to what people talk on Twitter, but again, it's just Twitter. It's just there's no credibility. It's just people making jokes. And again, me as a LeBron watcher and a LeBron supporter, like even acknowledge Steph's greatness. If you don't at this point, you're just stupid. And those people, okay.
I was gonna say people, because I'm a part of this group on Facebook that love to just compare him to LeBron, and I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah, I did that too. So like I've come to grips. Like I've come to appreciate Steph great, and it just stems from like if you just like again, we could go on a tangent for a long time, but like it's just kind of like the Knicks, where like the Knicks fans feel like if Jordan wasn't in their way, Knicks would. I bet. They feel like Patrick Ewing would have like 2 or 3 rings. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm sure that's how they feel.
That's how
it's the same way. I'm sure it's the same way how like, LeBron fans feel is just like if Steph wasn't in their way, LeBron would have 7 rings right now, 6 rings by now, whatever.
Oh, no. All I was going to say is this idea that you compare him to LeBron in the sense that, well, LeBron didn't have great teams and he still took them to the playoffs. He still won. He still did. There's a reason why LeBron went to Cleveland when he came back from Miami, and he went and got Kevin Love, and he knew he was already going to be playing with Kyrie. There's a reason once he got to the Lakers that the year after he realized I can't win with these guys. I'm going to go get AD. We're going to create a team. As much as you say what you want to say,
he tried to recruit Dame.
Yeah, and yes, you can agree. You can say he's not LeBron. Yes, he's not LeBron. Their games are different. Yeah. If Steph was 6'9", 200 and something pounds, and Steph can still shoot like Steph, we would be talking about the greatest player to ever play this game.
And I will say this again. I'm not one. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not one of these people.
No, you're not. But a LeBron, number one, his health is the number one thing that you can always go back to, that he has had one major injury in his career, and that was on the Lakers, where that kept him out of games for weeks. Yeah. And that's one of those things where, and even when he came back, he clearly was not fully healthy. And it's one of those things that it's a major part of his career, but it's also like, stop comparing him. We got to learn that just because this guy can do this, and yeah, Steph was 2-time MVP, unanimous vote.
Well, the Warriors and, I would say the Cavs, you could say the Cavs, but it's really LeBron. Like the Warriors and LeBron have owned this generation. So yeah, like, that's who you want to somehow put them together in some aspect. And I kind of get that. But what I was going to say is what people's argument now is like they did the LeBron comparison. And again, like I said, I'm not one of these people, but I do agree with this aspect. Like you said, you're 6'9", you're 2, whatever. LeBron controls the game. He just physically can control the game. It's different.
On getting everybody involved.
Steph is 6'4", 6'3", and can shoot the lights off from anywhere. But what people will say is scoring. Allen Iverson did it with a team, with a lesser team. That's what people's comp said. If you want to compare those two, that's saying that this team is more talented than that team that Allen Iverson got to the finals in 2001.
I'll accept that.
Then we got something to talk about. Then I'm kind of with you. No,
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Steph's game is predicated on scoring. LeBron,
but even then, Allen Iverson physically dominated. He was a small guy, but he got to the line 14 times again because he kept on attacking the basket.
getting beat up every time. All that stuff, taking it all in an era where Steph right now can go to the rim with ease, and because you literally can't touch them.
And Allen Iverson played
Allen
like
Iverson, who got beat
37 minutes a game. Like again, like there's a reason why Iverson broke down. He played like 37 minutes a game. Like they was every time Allison they took him out of the game, he pouted. He never wanted to come out of the game. Like it's just
and
it was
that's why I accept that
so,
comparison. I accept that. Steph is still he's on the other side of his prime, but he's still in his prime. He's still gonna ball out. He unfortunately doesn't have his second best player, but this team is not that good. I don't care what anybody says.
Wiseman's good though, man. He doesn't even know what he's doing.
I love Wiseman.
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
I love Wiseman.
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, I love Wiseman. This is going to be one of those situations where they're going to have to figure out, like, hey, this is the team, like, obviously Steph and Clay, because we got so much money involved in them, but we're going to have to get Wiseman touches. And
he's got some Bam. He's got some David Robinson. He's got some.
I like Wiseman.
Draymond. He's got some.
I think
it's a lot in that pot.
I think he's already better than Ayton. DeAndre Ayton. He's better than Ayton already.
I don't know about that, but it's a lot in that pot.
The reason why I think he's better than Ayton right now is because Ayton should be doing a lot better, and he's still with. I think Ayton falling back to the third best player is the best spot for him. I think Chris Paul going to the Suns was like the best thing that could ever happen to him. The reason
why, because he's not really, if he's your second best player, you're not gonna get anywhere like that.
But who in the hell was ever the third best player?
What? What'd you say?
I mean, who was their third best player ever?
Oh, the Suns?
Yeah, before Chris Paul got there.
Oubre?
Rubio?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, so it's like
Ricky Rubio.
So I mean, so they never really had talent around him. But I mean, I think I think he's having a good year. To me, Ayton has.
He's not. He hasn't been playing that well this season so far either. It's
I like what he. I like in the times I've seen him. In the times yeah, that's weird. In the times I do see him with Chris Paul, I like the way he looks. But.
I thought he was going to take the next step with CP3. I thought he was going to take the next step. But Cam, is it Cam Johnson?
Yeah.
Or Jordan.
I've always been a Cam Johnson fan from North Carolina.
Yeah. Cam Johnson's balling out, and he still can't shoot for shit.
He's gonna get paid.
I remember him. Paid. That's Kobe White boy.
Gonna get paid.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to say that Warriors team, when you really look at it, they're just not that good. They're not. They don't have good players. It's just not a good. It's not a good collection of players to run the offense that we're usually used to seeing. They're just not.
Like, I mean,
I'll tell you another team who I'm not really impressed with is I've been looking at the Blazers, and I'm not really. I watched the game last night. That game last night. I watched that whole game last night, and Zach LaVine got in their ass. I like the Covington move. But I just think at some point they're gonna have to take a swing. I think they should. I'm not even bullshitting. I really think they should be on the Harden thing. I really think they should be on Harden. Am I wrong?
No, you're definitely wrong.
I kind of feel you're wrong.
So you niggas not gonna say shit. You motherfucker. So y'all gonna just shut. Okay, all right.
What just happened? What just happened?
What? I mean,
what?
They played a good game against the Lakers. They played well against,
It's early in the season. The defense stinks. I kind of feel like they'll figure it out. Nurk's out of shape. They're still figuring it out. They got a whole lot of new personnel. They'll figure it out. Does anybody have any other pardon shots before we get out of here?
Go ahead, Kev, if you got one.
Pardon shots. Call of Duty, fix the DMR. That's all I got. Fix the DMR. That's what I got. Fix Cyberpunk too.
Glad Dr. Dre's doing better.
Glad Dr. Dre's doing better. Personally, I enjoy being a dad. I love it. First week was awful. This week is not awful. That's the wrong thing to say. Work first week was a challenge. I'm more accustomed this weekend. It's the greatest thing in my life, and I can't wait to have more children. Most rewarding.
The whole Eminem Snoop Dogg beef. Don't pay attention.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Don't waste your time. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I don't think I remember what it is right now. So,
Rail, any parting shot before we get out of here?
I got nothing to say.
my last parting shot is, hey everybody, just because somebody says something on Twitter and and they sound or seem smart or whatever, please think twice before you like it or repost it or anything. And this goes for all of these like social media sites. Like, we're getting to a point where people are just saying dumb shit, and y'all just retweeting it or whatever, sharing it and everything. Please think twice about it, because the moment you share it, the moment you retweet it, the moment you put it on your platform is the moment that everybody thinks that you agree with that, and everybody sees that as where your mind is. And some of these people are not that smart. I literally saw that if you want a strong woman, then that's homosexual. That doesn't even make sense. And it was like 500 people that like that. You should want a woman that is I forgot the word, but somebody that is
Submissive.
And submissive. Yeah, submissive is better. And I don't know why.
You niggas still want to tap they Charlies.
I don't understand. I don't know why you would call that homosexual. Number one, and number two is like,
Jesse, this is a whole nother topic we can go on for a long time with, man.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's just stupid. It's stupid.
He's just gonna throw this at the end. He gonna throw this at the end of the pod.
Keep quoting Pandora's box.
I'm sorry, but it's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's literally stupid. It doesn't.
It's so stupid.
It don't make
even give
sense.
it life.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why don't we go another hour? We haven't talked for like. I got shit to do for the rest of the day. Break this shit up. I don't give a fuck.
Oh man.
It's just. This is not even that long of a conversation. It's just stupid. It's just like, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and I look at this.
Look, if you're a weak man, you say shit like that. That's how.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not even just men saying this. I've seen women. If you and a guy go out for breakfast together, that's homosexual. What?
All right, just
so now I can't even go and eat breakfast with my boy Kev.
What backside of Twitter are you reading on? What is going on your timeline?
I am not reading this. I scroll through, and it's something that I see that's like a thread, and people are agreeing with this shit, and it's like, that is the most backwards, dumb, like ridiculous stuff I've ever heard.
Speaking of Pharrell, LaMelo Ball in 20 minutes has 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
Kid's a player.
I like LaMelo's game. It's just something about him that just throws me off. I will say this: he's already better than Zoe.
Hell yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's already better than Zoe.
Damn, Zoe.
And maybe he's better than Zoe because of the team he's on.
Zoe's hooping.
It's gonna be interesting to see where Zoe ends up, because I don't see. I mean, the Pelicans might pick that up, but they're not gonna pay him what he thinks he should. And he's a clutch guy now. I don't.
They got nothing to do with the Lakers. We got nothing to do with it.
Hey, shout out to J. Cole.
If the Lakers end up getting LaMelo Ball back, and I'm gonna be mad if they do this though. Why can't I think of my sharpshooter on my Blazers? Why can't I think of his name? Because he's with Clutch too.
Oh, great!
He comes off the bench now.
Trent.
Yeah.
Gary Trent Jr.
Gary Trent Jr. is with Clutch. He's with Clutch. Yeah, he's with Clutch.
Go ahead and come through.
And they weren't able to get a deal done before the trade. And I was like, fuck, and I was like, Clutch is coming for that bread, and we ain't got none.
When you're in clutch, you're clutch for life.
Hey Jesse, remember when Rel said the Lakers weren't in bed with Clutch? That was a funny day, right? That was a
We're
funny
not.
day.
Montrez had a statement today. I did not go to the Lakers because of Clutch, and I believe him.
Oh, okay. Because we're supposed to believe that.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And see, Rel, you're the one that's trying to defend it. To me, it's like bring them on.
Why? Like,
I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, so like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're winning. Like,
all these other agencies, all these other agents and agencies break deals.
Did you want to know when Vince McMahon was with the Ministry of Darkness? No, you didn't. But then you found out at the end. It was me all along.
But when he was, it was that much better. Like, oh, okay. That's what I'm saying about it. It's like
we're not talking about.
I just want you to admit that the Lakers are in. Lakers are in bed with Clutch, and again, there's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing.
There's a whole bunch of other teams that are in bed with other agencies. It's just
No, we are not. We're the Lakers. We sell ourselves.
No,
we are. That is true. We to sell ourselves. Yes, we don't need nobody else to sell ourselves, but to bring players in.
Yeah.
Go ahead and stay with that Clutch. Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. Like, look, LeBron, please, LeBron, stay a Laker for life. You take over what Magic was, and LeBron, unfortunately, what Kobe can no longer be. Rest in peace.
Somebody said, like, man, we're all picturing LeBron to have this storybook story ending with, he's gonna win the next 2 titles and walk off in the sunset with 6 titles. But really, LeBron is trying to be UD. Play until he leaves 45.
I'm cool with it too. We can do these 1-year deals.
It's like, what if Brian really's trying to be UD though? Like, just being he can't play no more. Like,
I do have a question. Do
you just keep on signing UD? Like, the Miami has extra roster spot. Guess who's coming back? Unitas has them for the 25th season.
I don't know why they don't just make him a coach. I don't get it.
Look, they said it's different when he has a jersey on and you see him working out. They said it's a whole lot different when the man has a jersey on and he can cuss at you because he's going through the same shit you're going through. They said as soon as he put that suit on, it's a little different.
Well, then put a goddamn jersey on and sit on the sideline. Like,
him and Riley got some dirt in Miami. That's how it really boiled down to.
I mean,
shout out to my man UD. Keep getting them checks, UD. Keep getting them checks, boy.
The one I'm mad at is it Mason Crosby, or who was an old dude?
Who?
Old dude that said he can't kneel because he got family in the military. That's on the.
Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard.
Shout out to my man Myers Leonard, Hammer, doing Hammer things for the Miami Heat.
Somehow it makes $10 million.
Somehow it makes 10 million. Look, if Mason fucking Plumlee can make it, whatever he made for the fucking Detroit Pistons, that I don't even want to bring up because, well, Detroit's just stupid. But Mason, then Myers Leonard can make 10 a year.
But Plumlee plays.
Myers Leonard plays too. Jesse. I don't know if you watched any Miami Heat games. One, they're not playing that well.
After I saw that court, I was done.
Yeah. And 2, every game they have the Spurs bringing out a different lineup. Like one night you'll get Hero and Duncan and Jimmy and Bam and Leonard, and then another night you'll get Goran and Duncan and Andre and Jimmy and Bam. Like, he doesn't know what he's throwing. Look, I love Spoelstra. Spoelstra's one of the best coaches in the game. Spoelstra's just throwing shit at the wall right now because he doesn't know what to do. He got so many. This is the problem with almost having too many guys where he's just like, Goran, you
too many guys at the same position.
Yeah, Goran, you look. Tyler, I know you're a starter, and you might
also guys that are like injury prone.
Yeah, like Tyler Hero's probably their 3rd best player, and he's coming off the bench, and he sees himself as a starter, and it doesn't feel right for him to come off the bench, but the numbers show that the Heat play better with Goran Dragic on the court. So it's like, what do? You can't be that small with Goran and Tyler on the court because certain matchups you'll get killed. So he's just throwing shit. Damn. Markelle Fultz just tore his ACL.
Damn. Damn.
That sucks. He
paid.
just got paid too. That sucks. Another
He
clutch
was just
player, by
making.
the
He
way.
just fully came back. Like
He just came back. He had that
I was
nasty
rooting.
dunk.
I
But
was
you know
rooting for
what? But you know
Markel
what?
Fultz.
I feel bad when these injuries happen.
Damn.
But the more that I'll be honest with you, the more that they happen, the more it's no longer a death wish. Like I
Yeah.
believe like KD's now doing shit where it's not like the death wish he used to be. You know, it may
No,
take some
I'm
time.
not.
Yeah, and
No,
thank
I
God,
agree.
thank God Markel's folks got paid too. Like he actually signed a decent, like life-changing money this off season because
Like
that kind of
recently, the
sucks.
only thing that really has affected to me, the person who I think legitimately lost money, was Boogie when Boogie blew his shit out.
Oh yeah, and Isaiah Thomas too. Like those
Yeah,
two,
Isaiah, and Boogie.
Isaiah who can't even get a practice to anybody. And again, I'm not even like I don't I'm one of those people that's saying like if Tim Frazier is still fucking in the league, like put Isaiah Thomas on a fucking roster, find a roster spot for this nigga. But it sucks, man. All right, I think we can get out of here on that. So for those listening and wants to send questions so we can continue our listener part of the power where you guys send us questions and we read them, please submit those questions to those millennials on Instagram, or if you want to be more say it, Jesse, anonymous.
I'm sorry.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Yes, you said it.
Yeah,
correct.
this is going to be our new bit, Jesse.
It's not unanimous. It's
you can send it to the email and we'll read them. We'll try to answer it the best of our knowledge on the pod. And if you guys have anything else, or we want to get out of here on that.
James Blake, we will get justice for you, my brother.
James Blake, terrible.
Oh, not James Blake, Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake.
I was looking at LeBron James, and I said James Blake. My bad. Jacob Blake.
Terrible.
We will get justice for you.
Hopefully LeBron finds a group to buy the dream. All right, those millennials, and we're out.